So if you probably know me, you know that I work during bouts of inspiration. I will record 6 podcast episodes in one day. I will pump out 5 blog posts in a week. I work when I have the energy and excitement and inspiration to do that. And there are a few reasons for that. But partially it's because I want to keep my schedule flexible for when something amazing comes along, and I want to share those opportunities with you. And that is exactly what's happened this weekend. If you're listening in real time in late February, mid to late February, Get It Done Week is something you need to know about. And it's happening the week of February 20th, 2023. If you're not listening in real time, feel free to fast forward this 30 seconds. But if you are listening in real time, you need to know about it. You're going to hear in the next few episodes me talk about a Tripwire offer. Basically what this means is taking those freebies that you've been sharing and pumping out and creating, taking all this time to put in, and learning how you can make sales off the back of that, which I think is huge. It can do so much for you and your business. If you want to learn more about that, you'll definitely love this episode and this series of episodes where you hear this little intro. And I'd love for you to actually come and make one with me next week. I did a course with Elizabeth Goddard called Tripwire Training. She's running a live version of this the week of February 20th in a Facebook group. It's $47. And if you purchase through my affiliate link, you get a couple of bonuses. You're going to get a checklist that literally walks you through how you can use your TPT resources to create a Tripwire offer with upsells and downsells and everything in between. And you even have it sectioned off so you can choose your playbook. You can choose to focus on selling a course with it, selling a membership, selling a high ticket bundle that you have on TPT, or even just a resource that sells really well, and even a done for you service if you're a service provider like me. So if you want that, you can definitely grab the link for that in my show notes if you just want the checklist, or anyone who gets the course, either the DIY version if you're listening in not real time, or the live Get It Done Week workshop version, you will get this bonus as well. And on this checklist, it's not just a checklist. I do have it in Google Docs, but I also have mini video tutorials that literally walk you through how to do each of the steps. So this thing is really good. Honestly, it could be a mini course in its own. So I hope you grab all those things, and I hope you find these episodes super helpful. Hello and welcome to the Social Media Magic Podcast, the perfect podcast for TPT sellers, teacherpreneurs, and teacher business owners who consider themselves to be introverts. Each episode shares all kinds of ideas, tips, tactics, and strategies to help you make more sales and grow your community on social media. Without further ado, let's get on to today's episode. If you're listening to this in real time, February to early March 2023, then you're in time to register for the Short Form Funnel Summit. It's completely free March 3rd through 6th, and it's audio only, which means you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time on social media or staring at a screen. What we're really doing is sharing words from experts to help you have short form video that converts potential followers into subscribers on your email list and sales for your products, which is what we really want at the end of the day. We're going to be talking about TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, Facebook Reels, and even short form video on platforms like Twitter and LinkedIn that get a little bit neglected and ignored. If you know you're going to be busy that weekend, or if you know you want a little more support, there will be an option to upgrade to an all access pass, and the price will go up closer to the dates. So if you know you're going to want to get that, get it as soon as possible so you can save it. All of those links are in the show notes, or if you need a little more info, you can DM me on Instagram over at Brittany Verlenich. Hello and welcome back to the Social Media Magic Podcast. I'm Brittany Verlenich. I am a social media manager, among other things. I'm also a content marketing strategist and a total nerd about all things marketing and sales. And right now, I'm kind of on a kick with Tripwire offers. If you don't know what a Tripwire offer is, go back and listen to this last episode I just made that really explains it more in depth. I also have a couple of episodes before this, where I talk about 7 ways that you can get more people on your email list without having to go and make another freebie, because I know a lot of fellow teacher authors and TPT sellers and just teacher creators in general are burned out on spending all this time creating free content and making freebies that don't even lead to more sales, which at the end of the day is why we're here. So I'm going to walk you through my exact process for setting up a Tripwire marketing funnel offer type thing with TPT products. Okay, so we're going to use the resources and things that we already have. Now, if you have a course or a membership or a service that you offer that really leads in from what you have for your offers in your TPT store, even better, you can take and leave what you want. I'm also going to say, I know that listening to this might be kind of hard to do while you're actually doing it. So I'm going to share the process. I'm going to walk through the steps with you. But if you'd rather have a checklist where you can literally mark this all off in Google Docs as you go and have video tutorials that go with it, I have this all for free at the link in my show notes, or you can just DM me Tripwire on Instagram over at Brittany Verlinich, or just mention me in the Facebook group and I'll make sure that you get the Tripwire offer. It's totally free, but I will say I have a Tripwire offer in there myself that leads to Elizabeth Goddard's course on Tripwire tradings because it's been so helpful to me. It's one of those things that I'm like, I don't even need to go and make a new course on this because she's just done a masterful job. The only thing I'm really doing is helping you through implementation, because what we do as TPT sellers, e-commerce online people, is a little bit different than what a lot of other online businesses do. There are some things we can learn from them, and I'm a big proponent of that. In fact, I just talked about that in the last episode. But as far as how we actually do it and set it up, it can be different. So you can take it or leave it. And the cool thing about the checklist is you can kind of go through it and say, okay, what am I selling? Am I selling a bundle? Am I selling a course? Am I selling a membership? Am I selling a done-for-you service? And then kind of pick your path based on that. And it has a checklist. It's not a pretty document, okay? It's a practical, usable document in Google Docs that you can literally check off the steps as you go, and then watch a little mini video tutorials where I walk you through how to do it. And you can do this with all kinds of tools. You can use something like Lead Pages. You can build the pages yourself in WordPress or Squarespace, or you can just use ClickFunnels or Kartra or Thrivecart if you have those. So I'm going to show you different ways to do it. I'm not going to be able to have tutorials for all those different platforms, but you can still take what you use, especially if you use Lead Pages, because that's what I do, and then just import it in with what works for you. Okay, let's get into it. Here is your audio version of the checklist. The first thing you want to do is choose the offer that you're really looking to sell. So if you have a signature course, then maybe that's what you're selling right now. You want to lead to your course launch. This could be an evergreen DIY style course, or it could be a course that you're actually going to be launching live. And this is part of your lead generation list building strategy, and you have like a beta offer. Totally fine. So pick a course. Ideally one that they could do on their own though, because if you want to have this as like an automated process, you want for them to be able to buy this at any time. And you want for this to be kind of higher price, like this is your higher ticket thing. If you're a service provider or if you have some kind of VA offering, then that can be your offer that it leads to. And in that case, you'd probably have them either book a discovery call as the end thing, or if it's something that you're offering a consultation and they pay up front, you can have it set up in like Calendly so that they book the time and pay at the same time as the final step in the process. After you've figured out the thing you want to sell, you want to think about the other products and freebies you have in your whole offer suite that lead to that end game higher ticket thing. What is the thing that would come before that that would really help them get further along in their journey? If you have a signature course, for example, that's maybe DIY, but it's $297, they may not be ready to buy that right away. So what's the first step before that? Do you have a mini course that gets them the result they would need to be able to be ready to get to that higher ticket course? Maybe that course that you have, the smaller one, is $37 or $47. If so, consider having that be the step before your signature course. Remember, we're working backwards, reverse engineering it, we're backwards designing it, just like we would with the lesson plan, because we want to think about the journey we're taking this person through. And then just like how we did with the higher ticket offer, we want to think about that lower ticket course. What is a freebie that can lead to that will help them overcome the objections in their head that they have to why this thing couldn't work, or maybe just help them understand why this could be possible for them? That should be the freebie that you have. I think one mistake that we make as TPT sellers, because we're so used to having all of these random freebies in our TPT store, is that we're not always super strategic about the different funnels that we set up and which lead magnets or freebies lead to different things. I know I've definitely done that in the past, and I'm even going through all of my old stuff right now and thinking, okay, how can I take this regular freebie that I had to just build my email list and turn it into a Tripwire offer, which honestly doesn't take a lot of work. Like once you have a page set up, you can use that as a template and set it up for all your freebies if you want. So I'm not just building my email list passively, I'm actually getting sales from it. And the cool thing is, as a byproduct of that, and I'll explain it in a second, you can also get more TPT store followers that way. You can get more people listening to your podcast that way, more subscribers for YouTube. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do when you really start to use these pages and set up funnels. So you've picked your high ticket offer, you've picked your offer that comes before that, so a lower mid-range one, and you've picked the freebie that comes before that. Now we actually have to create the pages. If you've already been sharing a freebie, then you probably already have the opt-in page for your freebie or your lead magnet where they're entering their name and email and getting the freebie. And if so, awesome, you already have a lot of the work done. If not, don't worry. Get the training that's in the show notes. It's totally free and it shows you how to do this with lead pages. Or if you sign up for Elizabeth Goddard's Get It Done training the week of February 20th if you're listening to this in real time, or if you get her DIY Tripwire training through my affiliate links, then I'm happy to send it to you. Just send me an email and I'll make sure you get it. So once you create the freebie opt-in page, then we have to create the Tripwire page. And this is probably where a lot of you are, because usually when I'm working with people, they've already been sharing their freebies in Facebook groups. They've been building their list, but now they're ready to actually make some money with it, right? Like they want to see it. They don't just want to build a list. They want to actually use their list and get money out of it. So now we're going to build the Tripwire page. And again, that's in that mini training I have, but it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be something super different, but you want to make sure that whatever tech or tools that you're using allow for this. So you could actually duplicate, if you're using lead pages, for example, you could duplicate the freebie page you have and then just tailor it a little bit to talk about the next offer. And you might have to have a certain subscription that allows for this. Like I know in lead pages, you can upgrade. I think one of the top levels allows you to actually add a checkout page on the Tripwire page itself so that they don't have to go somewhere else to pay, because that part's really important. If we have stumbling blocks and make it hard for someone to buy, they're just going to bounce, and bounce just means close out the page and not buy anything. On that Tripwire page, you want to have that lower ticket offer. For TPT, pretty much everything we do is low ticket, but it could be in the TPT space like $3, $5, $7, or if you're in the online marketing space a little broader, it could be $7, $17, $27. Ending it in a 7 or 9, as cheesy as it is, it does for some reason work with our psychology, so I just do it. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you just want to do the flat $3, $5 at whatever your price is on TPT, you can. Note a caution about that. I know that TPT's terms and conditions say you have to have whatever is listed on TPT the same price everywhere else, or TPT could be lower, but it can't be higher. So one thing you could do to get around this is if your tool and tech allows for it, you can have a coupon on the page, and that could actually be your Tripwire offer. If they use this coupon, so you're going to give them a coupon, right? And that coupon is only valid on that page at that time. That's what makes it a Tripwire, is the fact that it's a limited time offer, that it's only available on that page, and it's a discounted price. So to get around the TPT loophole, you can have a coupon that they put in that makes it cheaper. That way the actual listing price is the same it would be on TPT, but that you're still getting them a Tripwire discount. And then when that countdown timer expires, the page goes away, so then they can't use the coupon anymore, and then you're still compliant with everything on TPT. So that's how I would set it up for that. And you could just leave it there. And I mean, if you have a freebie leading to a Tripwire page, that's awesome. You're going to start making some passive sales, and you're going to start making more money. I know this is especially important if you've been really discouraged and disillusioned with what's going on with TPT search, and maybe you're not getting as many sales or as much traffic as you have in the past. This could be a great way to take that back, especially if you're already running ads to your opt-in, or if you've already been organically sharing it in Facebook groups and things like that, on podcasts. Like, why not get more use and get more sales out of that freebie? If you want to go more advanced with this, or if you just want to set up funnels because that's part of your long-term strategy, you can also have that Tripwire sale, like once they purchase the Tripwire or once it expires, that could lead to a sales page, either to the high ticket offer directly or to whatever resource that you were just selling at a discount on the Tripwire page, but at its regular price. That could also be where you send them to, if they don't buy it, if they do buy it or don't buy it, you can have a link that says, I don't want this right now. And you can have that lead to an everything page where you have all kinds of offers, all of your content in one place. You could also have that lead to a Facebook group, like, hey, I'm not ready to buy anything right now. And that takes them to your Facebook group where you at least get another touch point there. Or you could have that lead to a sales page for a different offer because maybe that's not what they need. Now, it's worth saying that not everybody is going to go through all of the steps of this process, but I have found that I do this myself. Like when I see an ad on Facebook or Instagram and something gets me, I've spent almost $100 before, sometimes a little bit over that, on those kinds of Tripwire funnels. But even if you don't get $100 per purchase, what if you just got $10 per purchase? Imagine that. Imagine if you got $10 more a day. That's an extra $300 or so a month. Why wouldn't we want to do that? So I would say, if nothing else, turn your freebies, turn your lead magnet opt-ins into Tripwire offers. And I have many tutorials and the checklist how to do that in the show notes. And if you do grab the Elizabeth Gallard's Tripwire training or do the live Get It Done week, the week of Monday, February 20th, then you'll be able to get that for free. Just send me a DM on Instagram, send me an email, or let me know in the Facebook group, and I'll make sure you get access to that. That is it for today. I hope that was helpful. I will see you next week if you're listening in real time for the Get It Done training if you sign up. Otherwise, we have the Short Form Funnel Summit coming up March 3rd through 6th. I'll make sure all of that info is in the show notes as well. Bye for now.